I found it hidden away in an old wooden box in the attic, my grandmother's diary. The musty pages were filled with entries dating back decades, but one particular date caught my eye: the day my father left us without a word. I had always wondered about that day, why he abandoned us so abruptly. But as I realized this was no ordinary departure. My father's entry revealed his deep despair, his shattered spirit. He spoke of a betrayal so immense it could have only been perpetrated by the person he loved most, my mother. He wrote about her infidelity, about another man who had come between them. I felt my heart twist in my chest as I read those words. In the days that followed, I confronted my mother. She denied everything at first, calling my father a liar and begging me to drop the matter. But I had proof: his words etched into those yellowed pages. As she stood before me, tears streaming down her face, I could see the truth in her eyes. She confessed, laying bare the details of her affair with another man. She spoke of their love, of the promises he'd made to her, and of how they planned to run away together once he had divorced my father. But there was more, a secret so terrible it left me reeling. My mother told me about a child, my half-brother, born during her affair, hidden away from the world, never acknowledged by either parent. I couldn't believe it, a brother I never knew existed. The thought consumed me, leaving me cold and empty inside. As the days turned into weeks, I wrestled with my emotions. Anger boiled within me, but so did a strange sense of betrayal. How could my own mother keep such a secret from me? And what about my father? Had he known all along? One night, as I lay awake in bed, staring up at the ceiling fan, I made a decision. I would find my half-brother and confront him. If he knew about our family's secrets, perhaps he could help me understand why they chose to keep it hidden for so long. With determination coursing through my veins, I began my search. I scoured the internet for any clue that might lead me to my brother. Days turned into weeks and still no progress was made. But then, on a particularly dismal afternoon, I received an email, a response to one of my desperate pleas for help. The email contained the address of a small apartment in a rundown part of town. With trembling hands, I read the words that confirmed my suspicions. This was where my half-brother lived. As I stood outside his apartment, my heart raced. This was it, the moment of truth. I took a deep breath and knocked on the door. When he answered, I saw him for the first time, a reflection of both my parents in his eyes. And as we looked at each other, I felt something shift inside me. He welcomed me into his home, offering me food and drink as if we were old friends reunited after years apart. We talked late into the night, sharing stories about our lives, and slowly the bitterness that had filled me began to fade away. My half-brother was kind, intelligent, and kind-hearted, just like my father. But as the night wore on, he revealed more about our family's secrets. He told me how our parents had struggled to keep their affair hidden, how they had fought constantly, and how our father had eventually given up hope of ever reconciling with my mother. I felt a new wave of anger surge through me, directed now at my mother for her continued deceit. As the sun rose on that fateful morning, I knew what I had to do. I could no longer allow my mother's lies and betrayals to go unpunished. With determination burning within me, I left my half-brother's apartment, vowing to expose the truth about our family once and for all. But as I walked away, I couldn't shake the feeling that this wasn't the end of our story, just the beginning. I knew that there would be consequences for exposing the secrets that had been hidden for so long, and I braced myself for whatever came next. The truth was out in the open now, and there was no going back.